What is going on, Glowline fam? We're diving straight into the hottest news breaking right now. We've got a major update in the Charlie Kirk case, with new details emerging about suspect Tyler Robinson and the charges he faces. This is a story that has everyone talking, and we're breaking down exactly what you need to know. Next up, we're looking at the broader implications of Charlie Kirk's killing. The incident has sparked a massive conversation about free speech in America, and we'll explore what this means for everyone. Attorney General Pam Bondi and legal expert will freely weigh in on the boundaries of protected speech versus threats of violence. Then, we shift gears to the fallout at UCLA, where an official has been placed on leave following controversial social media posts about Charlie Kirk's death. We'll delve into the statements made by Jonathan Perkins and the university's response, examining the tension between free expression and acceptable conduct. And finally, we're tracking the latest developments and the ongoing public reaction to these critical stories. You need to stay informed, and we're here to make sure you are. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you don't miss a single second of the action. The killer's chilling confession: how Tyler Robinson's texts reveal a chilling plot against Charlie Kirk. Prosecutors have unveiled a disturbing series of text messages exchanged between Tyler Robinson and his roommate, shedding light on the alleged premeditated murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. These messages, revealed in newly released charging documents, suggest a chilling level of planning and intent that has sent shockwaves through the public. Robinson, 22, is now facing serious charges, including aggravated murder, and prosecutors are seeking the death penalty, painting a grim picture of a crime fueled by a complex mix of personal grievances and perceived political motivations. The text messages paint a picture of a suspect who not only planned the attack but also grappled with the immediate aftermath, including concerns about retrieving the murder weapon and avoiding detection. Robinson's roommate recounted a text message from Robinson stating, "Drop what you are doing, look under my keyboard." Beneath the keyboard, a note was found declaring, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." This direct admission, followed by Robinson's confirmation to his roommate, "I am," has become a cornerstone of the prosecution's case. The messages also reveal Robinson's desire to keep his actions secret, expressing a wish to keep this secret till I died of old age, and his fear of his father's reaction to losing his grandfather's rifle, which was allegedly used in the crime. Further details emerged about Robinson's alleged motives, with prosecutors citing his increasing concern for gay and trans rights and his belief that Kirk was spreading hate. His mother reportedly noted a shift in his political views towards the left and a growing pro-gay and trans rights stance, coinciding with his roommate's gender transition. The revelation that Robinson may have concealed the murder weapon in his pants, walking with an unusual gait on campus, adds another layer of detail to the unfolding narrative of the crime. The public reaction has been intense, with widespread discussion focusing on the chilling nature of the text messages and the alleged premeditation. Analysts are dissecting the potential impact of these details on the upcoming trial, particularly regarding the death penalty sought by prosecutors. The engravings on the ammunition, initially speculated to be politically charged, are now being viewed by some as a form of trolling or dark humor, adding a complex psychological dimension to the case. And the story of Charlie Kirk's death is far from over. But next, we explore the explosive debate over free speech that has erupted in its wake. Free speech under fire. Has Charlie Kirk's killing ignited a new battle for expression? The tragic killing of Charlie Kirk has ignited a fierce national debate about the boundaries of free speech in America. In the aftermath, individuals expressing controversial opinions about Kirk's death on social media have faced swift and severe consequences, leading to job losses and public outcry. This has brought Attorney General Pam Bondi's stance into sharp focus, as she declared that hate speech that crosses the line into threats of violence is not protected by the First Amendment. It's a crime. Legal experts like Will Creeley, legal director of the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, are now dissecting what constitutes protected speech versus incitement to violence. The situation is complex, with many questioning whether the intense public pressure to punish those who criticize Kirk is itself a form of censorship. The Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression is at the forefront of defending free speech principles, arguing that even unpopular or offensive speech should be protected unless it directly incites violence or constitutes a true threat. The public response has been polarized. Some argue that individuals criticizing Kirk, especially a figure known for his conservative activism, are exercising their First Amendment rights. Others contend that celebrating or showing indifference to a violent death is morally reprehensible and warrants professional repercussions. This divide highlights the increasing tension between freedom of expression and the demand for accountability and civility in public discourse, especially in the wake of politically charged events. This debate over speech is far from settled, but now we turn to a specific case where these issues are playing out on a university campus. Stay with us. Campus controversy. UCLA official on leave over satisfaction with Charlie Kirk's death. UCLA has placed an official from its Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Office on immediate leave following controversial social media posts made in response to the killing of Charlie Kirk. Jonathan Perkins, the director of Race and Equity, allegedly published remarks on the platform Blue Sky that expressed both satisfaction and indifference to the fatal shooting of the conservative activist. The university confirmed an investigation is underway, stating that while free expression is a core value, violence of any kind, including the celebration of it, is completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated. Perkins, in a statement provided to the Los Angeles Times, asserted that his posts were written in my own hand, in my own voice, in no way the echo of my employer, UCLA, and were protected by the First Amendment. He expressed devastation at the potential threat to his livelihood for stating he felt no grief at the death of an avowed white nationalist, a man who dedicated his life to despising mine, to despising my people, to despising our very existence. He also noted the consequences faced by other colleagues nationwide for similar remarks. This incident has amplified the national conversation about the consequences of online speech, particularly in politically charged environments. Numerous workers have reportedly been fired for their comments on Kirk's death, including an employee with the Las Virgenes Unified School District and MSNBC political analyst Matthew Dowd. Conservative activists, like Laura Loomer, have actively sought to identify and target individuals whose posts about Kirk they deem offensive or celebratory, intensifying the scrutiny on public figures and employees. These firings raise critical questions about worker rights versus employer rights in the digital age. But what happens when the focus shifts from individual posts to broader political movements? We'll explore that next. Far-right pressure mounts, employers targeted over Charlie Kirk critics. A growing movement among far-right activists is now targeting employers, demanding the termination of employees who have posted criticism or expressed controversial views online regarding the killing of Charlie Kirk. This intense pressure campaign has led to significant fallout for individuals whose social media activity has drawn the ire of these groups, highlighting the potent intersection of online expression, public opinion, and professional repercussions. These activists are employing tactics to identify and publicize the social media posts of individuals they deem offensive. The aim is to create a climate of fear and accountability, pushing companies to take disciplinary action against employees whose online statements are perceived as disrespectful or celebratory of Kirk's death. This strategy has already resulted in firings and investigations across various sectors, from education to media, demonstrating the real-world impact of online discourse. The public reaction has been divided. Supporters of these campaigns argue that employees should be held to a higher standard of conduct, especially when their statements could be seen as undermining the values of their employers or the broader community. Conversely, critics argue that these actions represent an overreach, infringing on free speech rights and creating a chilling effect on open dialogue. The speed at which these firings have occurred is prompting a deeper examination of worker rights versus employer rights in the digital age, questioning where the line should be drawn. These are the stories making headlines right now. But what does it all mean for you? Stay tuned to Glowline for the full breakdown. And that's your Glowline News Rundown. We covered the shocking charges against Tyler Robinson in the Charlie Kirk shooting, the intense free speech debate ignited by the incident, the controversy at UCLA over social media posts, and the far-right pressure campaigns targeting employers. Don't miss a beat, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms for more breaking news.